feel like I need to get away. That's where I wanna go again, where I can leave my cares behind. Take me to the river one more time. Take me to the river one more time. Club Baron, take me to the river one more time.
Morning all, welcome back. You can't instantly start laughing, JT, as I'm in the middle of the intro of the game.
Trying to throw you off, mate.
It is finals day at the O60 State Carnival here. We're under the River Dome once again at Club Barham. And mixed pairs. Mixed pies? We might see a few pies. Mixed pairs, semi-final action coming your way between Carol Protopapas and Nick Dawe. The Heathmont combination against Surf and Frank Tarr from Geelong. This is opening end and 1 of 15 here. 3 bowl pairs. There is a time limit as well. 2 hours 15. The other semi-final here this morning as well. Net Tinning from Balmoral teaming up with Mickey Swan. And Vicky Smith, who still in a couple of events from Lilydale, was teaming up with John Parker, who we saw on stream yesterday. Now the semi is underway, and due to a bit of a fixture clash as well, you might see towards the left of screen on the ring next door, there's a game of men's singles this morning as well. Ross Higgins up against Chris Young. So we'll bring you updates from those games as they progress. Good morning though, JT. Welcome back.
Sammy, what's going on?
It's another fresh morning, but clear skies, unlike yesterday.
No, we're going to have another cracking day, probably even better than yesterday. I went for a walk this morning, very early, just to
Nice.
taking the Barham atmosphere. Chilly, fresh, but otherwise beautiful morning. And should be set up for a cracking day of finals bowls.
Yeah, plenty to look forward to. 4 live streams, 5 finals to be decided. Mixed pairs, men's and women's pairs. And this evening, the men's and women's singles titles will be decided. Frank Tarr with his first bowl of the match on the backhand here.
The white bowls are Jan's and the blue bowls are Carol Protopapas'.
Yep.
If anyone's seen Lucas, her son, on Facebook, who's an avid poster, massive Taylor guy, so guess what? Carol's using Taylor bowls. Looks like all the rest of the bowls on the rink are Henselite, our major partner.
So Nick Dawe adds another one in early on, and we're looking at 3.
I reckon at this stage. Still plenty of room. Early days. Morning, Unch. Hope you're well. Yes, I can agree with that. Nick is one of the nicest guys in bowls. Try to do a little bit of homework on Jen and Frank. Don't know a lot about them, but I did find out that Jen was the Bowls Victoria Novice State Singles Champion a couple of years ago. So she's progressing really well in the sport. She led in their midweek pennant side that won the state pennant.
We saw her up at Moama the other week. Yep. Still a few by the looks of it. 2, maybe 3.
Nick currently in our men's 16 over stateside, who are national champions.
Yeah, very steady player. He actually went out and marked one of his singles games at the Vic Open earlier on in the year. Very, very consistent. As we can see once again here, makes no mistake in adding in another. Looks like it could be 4.
Frank's last bowl here, so it's a very important bowl. Last thing you want to do is drop a number first hand if you try to avoid that, Sammy.
Yeah, guess the speed he's played has been okay. Just sort of missed the line underneath. Nick, of course, still with one to come after this, so if Frank manages to draw a shot somewhere, there might be a chance for Nick to sit it out, depending on where it finishes. Changes over to the forehand, following Nick down.
He's got to hang around. He doesn't want to find the hole.
Needs to stop.
And unfortunately, he did find that hole.
Yeah, runs too far, so back to Nick Dawe.
Free
Last ball
hit
of the
for
end to
5.
throw in a fifth. JT. Huge start.
Huge. And there's a good little Ocean Grove crew behind the rink here as well, supporting him. It seems to be
That's
something that happens
where
often.
we need to be commentating from.
Where they're standing?
Yes.
Sitting? Yeah, probably fair. It's a bit sunnier down that end of the green.
I don't think he loved this out of the hand, Nick.
Well, I think
I'm
it's
not really sure why. That's got to be it.
nearly going to do enough. Neil Smiley's got 5 paddles ready to go. Who's our ITO paddler? 5 it is, first in.
So Carroll with a mat down here, about a metre off the 2 metre mark, looking right into the sun.
Yeah, they probably for the first half hour maybe it's going to be a little bit right in their eyes. Morning, Rowdy. Yes, spot on. I'm sure you'll grace us with your presence later on today at some stage.
So, a handy start here from Carroll. We might have been a bit harsh on Roberts yesterday.
Why is that?
John Roberts.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Oh, he made a few errors. Anyway,
I'm,
he's marking the game of quarterfinal singles next door between Ross Higgins and Chris Young.
he's watching us at the moment too. It's
Yeah,
like he knows we're talking
Yeah,
about him.
because he can. He knows he can hear us because it's very quiet under here at the Riverdome this morning.
Well, we haven't said anything bad yet. And I'll preface with the yet.
So the singles JT format, what is it?
21 up.
Yeah. So why is he putting the ends on there? Just good to know though how
To
many
give the
ends have been played.
spectators, you know,
Yeah, I like it.
they can start working out how many shots per end the players are scoring and all that sort of stuff, you know. We do love a stat here at BV.
We do.
Lucas, morning. The Bombers were lucky last night,
Lucky,
mate. You played against a
lucky.
very poor side and they nearly rolled you, so...
Lucky.
Huh.
So Carroll holding one, still a little bit of room for Chen to draw in the shot. Hasn't been far away. Most of these players have had a day or so off, although Carroll was playing in the women's pairs early yesterday, so
Mhm.
very similar sort of conditions. Cool air temperature. Green running fairly similar to what it was yesterday morning. See if she can make advantage on that. Definitely did on the first end.
How's the mitt on Ross Higgins and he's non-bowling?
Yes.
I was going to say, that's a smart man.
Come prepared. Chris Young leading 4-0 early.
Here's Chris, obviously blowing in his hands as he's about to bowl. And Ross has got a big mitt on his head. It's like a big oven mitt. Morning, Paul. Morning, Ellen. Hope you're all well. So, Frankie Tarr's here. He's probably going a little bit. He doesn't want to roll his own, but... Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't falls out. Still one. How's Nico Dawe getting after this one? Looks wide though.
It's not so much wide. It's nearly getting down the centre line, Sammy. It's just
No, it is
2 yards quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick only really with one in the head, but only one down.
He's looking to sit this.
Good effort.
That was
Nearly bobbled
close.
it out for a couple.
He'd be 4 if he lands it. Two white bowls. The other bowl.
Yeah,
Don't make 4.
that's all right.
Yeah, just checking. Nicky needs to get another one in the head. I mean, preferably getting shot, but I think even getting another second would be ideal. Morning, Westy. Yeah, no, it's been a great week of bowls, and culmination today should be great. Well, it's not going to get shot. Don't even know if it's third shot. Morning, Joe. Hope you're well. Look at Nick Dawe. He's a statue there. Frozen for a second.
It's his best angle.
You don't need to run, Frank.
Absolutely not. Same sort of bowl here. Could make a few.
Yeah, we only just missed it. I'd say half a bowl wider.
Not far away, JT.
He hasn't got the weight to sit it, but he might have the weight to add another, which he has.
Good shot.
2. Yeah, good little reply. Score update across the green.
Brought to you by
Don's Kitchen, which we're going to tonight for dinner.
Cheeky. Hopefully they tune in.
Johnny Parker 4 is playing Swan 1. Swan's first name? Am I having a mental blank?
Mick.
Mick Swan, my bad. After 2 ends. And Chris Young 4-1 up over Ross Higgins in the only men's singles match going on.
Started here by Jan. It's right back down to the jack.
Very handy reply.
Jack in relation to my bowl. The jack in relation to my bowl. No, just behind the middle of the bowl.
See if Jen can add another one in here without building any sort of angle to work with. Well, that's
Creative.
that's sneaky as, and knows it as well. All right, smile their way back past Carroll. He's going to change over now. Can't see the jack. Small target though.
Of the understanding that
That's okay.
Frank is just about to join the Norlane Bowling Club.
Ah! Well, there you go.
Got some good intel.
From me, pre-game.
Well, you actually did say that. And I might have went
But
with
what
the
happened
statement.
there?
I went with the statement. I said, I didn't even think Norlane had a bowling
And
club.
then that put me off. And
Yeah.
then it's been confirmed by your source.
My source. I'm like a good journo. You've got to have sources everywhere and you don't reveal who they are.
Fuck that.
Morning, Casper. Hope you're well, buddy.
Frank could hit. Had it in the third. It's right back down as
Jeez.
well. And Falk's back in. Wow.
They had that poor first end and
Is this
then
fair?
they've just gone whooshka since. Three within probably 6 to 8 inches there. And not a target either. Sammy.
Yeah, that won't help the cause either. This is long with that one, so it'll remain just the three. Nick's just going to... What's he going to do? Draw onto it? There's not
I
much
think
space
you've
there.
just got to draw.
Yeah.
Just that side has got a good draw on it, so you just got to make sure you take your grass. He's definitely out wide, huh?
Too wide, is it?
Well, probably more his pace here, I think. Because he's nearly going to...
Trying hard to get down now.
Yeah. Told you it comes. Frank's not far away here, Sammy.
Gotta stop in time. Just runs through. So Nick Doyle will make his way back to the mat. Last bowl of the end, 3 down.
Really, he's got to drop probably 18 inches. Just tighten a fraction.
title line, but what weight has he got?
Playing firmer.
Plenty to arrive up on the front.
He might got rid of
I reckon he
one.
does well to take one out and reduce it back to 2.
You need to be probably, half a bowl wider, and he's getting something.
That front bowl through,
Yeah, well,
almost
but-
over the jack.
But if he got the jack through the hole, which it could have squeezed through, they would have made 2. So he wasn't far away.
Good end, they pick up back-to-back 2s to Jen and Frank. Score 5-4 through the opening 3 ends of this mixed pair semi-final. And for the first time in the game, JT, I was going to say we're just about playing maximum length, but that mat is still about a couple of feet up from the 2 metre mark, so long end.
Go, partner. Go ahead, Carol. Very good. Lovely ball.
Good opener again by Carroll. The more bowls played here, more I'm beginning to see that Carroll is clearly the superior bowler in the family.
I've been saying it for years, mate. It's not even a contest.
I haven't really seen Carroll play a whole lot before, but
I have.
Your work is perfect.
good response from Jen. Turns Carroll's bowl up to nearly jack height, gets him a good second.
Old Snits. Have you heard about that nickname for Lucas?
No. Is it one to explain to the viewers or
No,
to me
definitely not.
off air?
Yeah.
All right.
Ask him about it. He gets all embarrassed.
Or I'll wait for something to come through the comments on Facebook. I was going to say closely by Jennifer's got the weight. Gets them another one thereabouts. Some handy lead bowls all within sort of a mat length.
Carol, just go on a smidgen.
Yeah, a bit of weight on this.
She hang on and finishing a probably pretty good. Oh,
Oi! Just stays on.
Right. Umpire. Foot. 14 inches.
will provide your score update across the green. Outside dropping the first shot on the first end. Johnny Parker scooted away 6-1 after 3 ends against Mick Swan in the other mixed pair semi-final. And Chris Young currently leading 5-1 over Ross Higgins.
Just go around the whole lot. But we think it's that one.
Stop laughing at yourself, mate.
Well, not. I'm just laughing at the comments, but I can't really. I can't say too much.
Okay. It's a bit
But
tied up.
it's related to that little comment I made earlier, so it's all good.
I think Tor's got a bit of weight on this, JT.
Oh, if he actually like halved that, it would have probably moved it 8 inches down the line a bit, or even made 2.
Trickier spot to get to as well.
And he's also got the back stuff too, so there's some opportunities there. I haven't actually watched Neil paddle this end, but I'd have to assume
gotta be
Carroll's
one
bowl
cap.
shot, yeah.
Frank played pretty nice weight there, just was always struggling to get back.
It's all on Frank's weight now. He doesn't seem too far away with his line. Still got the 1, 2, Carol and Nick. Morning, Bev. Yeah, we got the other mixed pair semi-final is Net Tinning and Mix 1, playing Vicky Smith and John Parker. We also have a men's singles match because Chris Young is still in a couple of events. Well, we know that.
Oh.
Yeah, they're playing in that men's singles match. All right. Still think
Getting down in time.
he's just a fraction high. His speed was good to count.
Great effort. Carroll's lead bowl stayed shot the entire time, and they win their second end of the game. 6-4 lead through the opening 4 ends. Pretty even contest, JT, all round. All 4 players.
Yeah, all
Played some
contributing
good bowls
towards the
early.
match, yep. Small crowd just starting to build up.
It looks small, but once again, there's a whole lot of people camped out inside.
Well, my good club mates Buck and Shorty have got prime position in there, right behind the window, right behind between the number 1 rink and the number 2 rink.
Smart.
Yep. Great start by Jen. Morning, Gary. Yeah, no, Shorty would have to definitely get the front chair, or else he wouldn't be able to see. That is spot on. How's Carol going with her third? Her first couple, probably ones she would like to repeat, not over on the green the way they are, but it only takes one sometimes, and that's a good second. That's definitely helpful.
One of the measure. Which is the shot? Which is the shot ball? Thank you.
Spence is already in there. He's moved on and he's in Yak and Dander. It's another place I would consider around God's country. In my original neck of the woods in the Ovens of Murray, Sammy. You don't know where Yak and Dander is?
Bowls Club?
Well, it's got a bowls club there, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but, it's probably 20 odd minutes out of Wodonga. Heading towards the mountains there. Yeah. Brad Technician's got a cousin in Yak and Dander.
Well, shout out to Brad's cousin if he or her is tuning in. Good stuff. All right, well, Gentle Surf does pretty well.
Yeah.
Doesn't impact the count, but
No, but probably
everything passed.
positional, not bad. Gives Frank chances. I reckon probably Nick's first point of call is probably get another one roundabouts. Not only is he got another one reasonably close, he's just nutted it.
That
Sammy.
is pretty handy. Forces Frank down on the forehand.
I had a feeling he might have been playing forehand anyway to maybe try and touch the jack, so there's probably still chances there. Alright.
Yeah, it makes it harder to play direct weight, but it can.
If he's hitting
Plenty
that bowl,
less
which he
around
did,
that.
he was always too wide, so
Yeah.
he had to be underneath that.
Clearly likes it again.
Not far
I
away.
think that's
so-
a reason why, JT.
just repeat.
That is superb.
If I was Carol, I'd turn around and Nick say, good leading, Nick.
Did release the jack a little.
Yeah, I don't. Still hasn't exposed it though, has it?
Back down in time, JT.
Can't see because of
Can't
Nick.
see. Well, jack movement is plenty. Victor, two absolute bombs this end. Needs to look to cover and split the pack up if possible.
Nick could be looking to probably just add a couple feet high, split the white bowls up. There are still chances for Frank to move the jack. Right idea, probably just a fraction wide.
Alrighty, half a chance. Frank Tarr again, a little bit of jack movement. Couple down.
First part's all right, Sammy. First part's really good. Second part's not bad. Oh, what a
gets
bowl.
Enough of it down the line.
Definitely won.
Good shot, Frankie Tarr. Last bowl of the end.
The Ocean Grove crew all clap it.
Absolutely. Take one out.
2 out.
Take another one out. Enough for 2. And that ties things up at 6 apiece. What a shot. It's a busy schedule. We've got the women's pairs and men's pairs final coming up later this morning. Winners of these 2 semis will play in the mixed pairs later on this afternoon before the men's singles and women's singles final at 5 o'clock. The finals at Clash will stagger the start times just slightly so we can try and get a little bit of both games if possible. The first match listed there will be streamed in full, so we'll stream all the women's pairs and all the men's singles. And then we'll catch up on the remaining ends of the other final. That works out. Oh, sorry.
Smart.
It was. Yeah.
Smart to put me on mute too.
So 4 streams throughout the day. You can see that schedule on Facebook as well.
Fair start from Jen Surf. She's probably, ever since the first end where Carol sort of set the foundation for that 5 in the first end, Jen's probably got back on top.
Definitely, yeah.
It's now time for Carol to get back in the game. Yeah, good bowl, Carol.
Super. Well done. Yeah, switch now, Jeff. Same goal. Well, you go. Right ball again, Carol. Come on, all you got. Very good.
Great line again from Carol Protopapas. Just pulls up a couple foot short. See if Jen can draw around the last one.
And my ball, how far do I go through? 2.5 feet. Thank you.
I think Jen's just going again. She lost her second one, and I think she's getting,
I think she's into some of
Well,
the front though.
that makes a huge difference. If,
Probably down to that.
if you're skipping this situation, Sammy, would you be asking Carol to set the bowl, turn the jack?
Well, yeah, I would, but Nick's calling her on the other hand here.
Well, that could do things too, but me, I reckon I'd go forehand.
He's already played 2 on the forehand this end.
Yep.
Say same line as the last and add a metre on that same track on the forehand.
She's just high.
Right side.
Yeah, nice weight to give it heaps of chances.
Through the ball. Last ball in relation to the jack, please.
Good game this, JT. 6 apiece through the
Yep.
opening 5 ends.
Yep.
Both leads sort of have almost cancelling each other out. Surfers said has started to play a few real good ones, put some pressure on. Both skips have played some important bowls.
If you're Frankie Tarr, you're trying to beat them to it as well and turn the jack yourself. You don't want to
Yeah,
make it any
absolutely,
fatter, so you
yep.
try and
Yeah,
get a bit of
try
movement.
and dead draw and land anywhere Jack high or just in front.
Looks close here.
He's getting all the way back
Looks
down
close
to the
here.
jack. JT, well, he just gets a little piece of it for one. Toucher in the ditch. That's Jen's toucher that's now shot bowl as well.
You know what shot I'll be playing here? I'll be going hard at Carroll's bowl. Get that cannon through and get the wide out clean. You hang around for 1 or 2.
And how far from the ditch?
2 feet. What do you reckon? Do you like that shot or not? It's not
if he
flat out,
gets it in
but
the
it's-
middle, the touch is almost going so far out to the right that it won't impact the count of the jack moves as well. The thing is, if you manage to get it through the jack's going straight back to Frank's toucher. Don't mind that idea, but it is very, very tough shot.
It's a cute shot, whereas that firmer shot probably...
Yeah, but there's also, then again, he's just got a one bowl target really to hit. Like he's got to get Carroll's front one square.
But I don't think he actually has to get it square. He gets it at a couple of different angles. There's something going, I reckon.
If he flicks Jen's shot bowl.
Jeez, Frank
Almost
played another
flick it out
great bowl.
clean, might not matter. Well,
Well, that changes things too.
so now you play the same shot as what Nick tried to play the first time.
Yeah.
You sit that bowl and fall back down, you'd go close.
I don't mind still playing a bit firmer. A bit more positive. If he plays that first weight and gets the Carrolls, I'm not sure he's doing a lot. He's close though.
Chances here.
He's played it
Just
extreme.
needs to miss the front. Doesn't get it far enough, or maybe he does. Nick Dawe.
He made a law out of me.
He has done enough, I think.
Wasn't sure that weight was going to get enough through the 2 bowls.
Yes, turns it down far enough for one, I think.
Great bowl.
Back over to Frank Tarr to come up with something himself. They've got a toucher in the ditch. Chandler serves closest has also got chalk on it. Good end.
Oh, amazing end. All right. Here's the next one. What are you doing for Frank, Sammy?
Can you get
You want to see behind the angle?
Carroll's bowl through... Sorry, Nico's through what's the shot bowl through the jack. I don't have any touches. The only thing is if you get what's possibly third or fourth shot, Carroll's second closest.
Mm-hmm.
Through Jen's, there's also a chance that it takes Frank's other one out and drives.
I don't think he can be over aggressive. Might back himself just to trail it 3 or 4 inches.
Doesn't mind a forehand trail. The jack based off a last end is Frank Tarr, and he's trying hard pretty here again. Just into the front stuff. Wasn't far away. Nice pace.
Couple hops and skips and steps down the green afterwards. The only danger for Nick if he happens to play fraction over, thins the jack and like a smidgen and it screws it sideways to the white bowl.
Yeah, that's all it has to go.
Otherwise, it's just a dead draw.
Yep.
So Nick Dawe, how hard is he going to try here, JT?
I just don't think there's massive danger in just trying to draw it.
He's almost drawing
And if
two.
anything, he gets to the Frank's bowl and
Frank's
flops in. Yep. That's the way I'd go it.
Oh, he's playing something a little bit different based off that weight.
Well, no harm.
Did it change anything? And it will be
Okay, so they're
too
not
close
convinced
to
he's got
call.
shot.
So maybe he wasn't confident that he had shot based
Yeah.
off that weight.
No, you probably figure that.
We'll get the tape out to Rodney Bates in charge, should I say, to decide who takes a shot on end number 6. The other pair's semi-final. They've played 6 ends, the score 8-6. The way of Vicky Smith and John Parker. And in the singles quarter-final that was one singles quarter-final that was moved to this morning. Chris Young leading Ross Higgins 9 shots to 3. That one 21 up. There you go, after all that, it was one green paddle. Indicating Nick Dawe was holding a shot before his last there. But it was very close, so they retake the lead. 7 shots to 6 through 6 ends. Bit of a change in length here, JT.
Nothing wrong with that, Sammy. Try something different. See if you gain some momentum and ascendancy.
Sort of starting to lock in on the longer ends as well, so we'll see who can adjust first.
With our camera angle, it's not the best spot with where the sun is it? Forces Carol to switch hands.
Yeah, I think Jim was actually okay with it first. Just
Oh,
missed the line under
Yep.
and crashed,
Yep.
so
speed
jumps
was
back
good.
over the backhand.
Absolutely.
Almost got a piece of the jack on the way through. Chen just needs to get up past the front bolt. And does so, falls back onto the line. That'll be good enough for one. Yes.
I was just looking at the rink next door. Ross Higgins went to put in a back bowl. He's literally landed right on the edge of the
Oh, yeah,
the
okay.
plinth.
He's picked up a couple wins in a row there, Ross. It's back to 9-6.
Yep. Frankie Tarr looks close here. Still slid on and sideways. Some good turn on that hand.
I think last bowl's going to be short, JT, does it? It is 2.
Neil's indicating 2.
How far is this getting down? Very far.
So it's
Far enough for the shot.
a good turning hand, that one.
Whee. Similar sort of area from where Nick's got
It's
down
going to come
from.
now.
He get to the inside of that bowl, the outside, and gets to a spot where it's hard to sit out.
Yeah, it
How's
sort
the
of locks Nick's-
real late turn?
He's played another good way to bowl. If he feathers off that and flops.
Gee, that's a good little... Teed up, nearly fell out, then fell back down the other way.
That's when. Oh, just thankful you went.
Can't really see the jack from the mat now.
Do you reckon Frank might attack? Both bowls, whilst probably 18 inches a foot apart, they kind of line up.
Trying to draw this one off, is he, Frank Tarr?
He's close again.
Result does he get? Runs away from the head in the end, so... A couple handy bowls from Nick Dorr, and they pick up a couple consecutive ends for the first time in the match, actually. Two green, indicated by Paddler Neil Smile. It's a 9-6 lead through 7 ends.
Good roll, mate. Well done. Very good.
Chopping and changing of mat position, and Jack continues here. Won the last end with the mat back and the Jack up. Sways the opposite way around. For someone who hasn't played any bowls this week, Tanya West had a very busy time up here at the Over-60s Carnival.
Really? What she?
I had to put up with watching Mick play bowls. Which he is, and they've gone home, so that didn't end well. Got out there and marked a game of singles
Oh,
out
did
at
she?
Gumbower. Yep. changed over here. Hasn't quite out of the weight.
It's probably the one thing Carol hasn't really nailed today is her weight.
Yeah.
And if anything, she's dropped a few short, which she's not normally like. I've seen her pole plenty of times.
Meanwhile, Chandler Cerf gets a little bit of the jack on the way through and finishes past. Giving this one more of a chance,
Yeah.
JT.
It's better by Carol. If you're going to miss long.
Take 2 3 feet off your last.
Yeah, not bad from Chandler Cerf. Gave it a chance. Turned her own bowl over a couple of times.
Yeah, it's good. But player of Nick Dawe with 3 bowls. Don't call him missing too many on the draw.
First part's good.
Just pointed well again.
Second part's good. Great bowl, Nick Dawe.
Get enough of it for the shot?
Don't think so. Oh, no, yes.
No, no, it's not. Jen initially put one finger down and then changed that to one up.
Well, she gave me the bum steer. Because I was going off her reaction.
Oh, Niella, yes. And you turned away and she quickly changed over. Oh, got him sucked in, JT.
Frankie Tarr's not far away again. Rocks that once. Oh,
Oh, wow,
perfect.
perfectly played. Any more and the jack falls down and moves a little for...
Nick doesn't
Oh,
have to
damn.
play.
It's
If he
actually a
plays the
nice shot for
same
Nico,
weight,
yeah.
same weight, lands the bowl, he makes 2. Well, again, the first part's good, Sammy. Got to get down.
Might fall back down.
Oh.
Does fall back down. Touches the jack.
No, I don't reckon it touched Jack.
Do you reckon?
Oh, did it? Oh, no.
It did
there you
touch
go.
the Jack?
Jeez, my eyes are shot today. I'm missing everything.
Does touch the jack, but I don't think it's enough for one.
I think I'm due for a coffee. Who's going to tap me out?
Probably no one.
Another instance of Tony and Jim doing nothing?
Yeah. Yeah, and they're definitely not watching, so... Yeah. Alright, so Frank Tarr's going to jump over the forehand here. I guess the jack is... Any contact on Jen's bowl means the jack's out to the left-hand side, although I haven't played this, so...
Depends on what
Nick will get
weight you
another look
play.
at it.
Can we see the angle from behind the head, Brad? No, that's not the right one.
No, that is the opposite of
Just
behind the head.
watching Nick.
No, he's giving you nothing there. He's mugged you off.
Can't call a shot if I can't see the angle.
Just going to the face what Frank was
What
trying
I
to
wanted
play
to see
last
whether
time,
you-
that he can get over the bowl and the jack moves out to the left.
That last bowl the closest? Sorry? Is the last bowl the closest
So
bowl?
he doesn't love it.
He's played less weight.
Didn't throw it. Yeah, no surprise to see Frank Tarr won't play his last bowl of the end. Yes.
Excuse me.
They'll take the one. Still nothing to split these two sides through 8 ends of 15. The Cerf regains the mat, but Protopapas will be able to decide what length they want to play. Jack just rolls into the ditch. Other semi-final. And the mixed pairs a couple rings across. 10-6. The lead after 8 ends to Vicky Smith and John Parker. And the quarterfinal of the men's singles JT. It's tightening up a fraction. 10-7. Chris Young's lead over Ross Higgins, although I reckon he's picked up the last end there, so there might be one more to go on.
Dare to make a prediction, Sammy?
Mickey West has just sent me a message, but I'm not sure if it's for this game or not.
He loves throwing through all the tips, doesn't he?
I think he's gone Jen and Frank by 2.
Well, he's just showing his sort of Geelong area bias there, I reckon.
Chandler serve their final bowl of at number 9. Holding one. Not a bad line. Was it underneath? It is, but played good weight.
Final ball from Carroll. Passes a wide. Nah, it doesn't, unfortunately. Still plenty of room for the shot to be drawn here, Sammy.
Gets half a roll out of Jen's front one and then runs away from the head. It's actually in for 3.
Carol, Frank's ball in relation with the jack foot.
Nick's really, really favouring this backhand going back in this direction. It looks like it's open just to draw the forehand, but
Well, he's
really
played some
confident on his
real
hand.
challenging backhand shots this way, hasn't he, on the draw? And first part's good, Sammy. Turns that over a couple times.
sort of had to wait to just get there.
My weight would have been good. Yeah, would my weight been good?
Yeah, I think he would have just had to add a fraction of weight here. I think it was only...
I don't think he
Just
actually needs
reaching?
any more weight.
No, was he okay?
No,
You
I-
reckon?
weight
Just
was
needed
good.
a clear run?
If anything, he was probably quick if he was on the dead draw.
Oh, tight line, Josh.
That speed's good enough to get shot though, Sammy. He's just got to get that line right. Frank's right's pretty good. It's probably good enough to count, Sammy. How many paddles has Neil Smiley got there? 4. This is big.
It is, Nick. Still the last bowl left and a little bit of room as he back himself to draw it on this back end as he's done so many times throughout the game.
I'm not convinced that changing is of any benefit. He's played 2 there. He's got the weight right now. He's just got to get that line right.
Guys, can I excuse you off the pick, please? Thanks, mate. Can you just give me Jack high there, Carol, please?
Right. He's on his way. 4 down at least.
I don't know, that's wide enough, Josh. Or heavy enough, and lead change coming up. Cerf and Frank Tarr have picked up a good number here.
It's 3 pulled out so far. There's 4 now. Mickey West went with 5 on the
It's going to be close to it.
four.
So Jen and Frank pick up back-to-back ends for the first time since end 3 and are able to get themselves ahead now as we head towards the last third of this game. Yeah, the semi-final was pretty tight as well. Vicky Smith and John Parker have led throughout. But Jeanette Tinning and Vicky Swan will not go away. 10-8 the lead after 9 ends. What's wrong?
I just had a bit of a cold shiver, you know. I definitely need another coffee. I know that. Ooh, where's the focus gone, Brad? It was blurry there for a second, mate.
Leave the kid alone.
No way.
Handy opener from Chandler Surf.
Chris Young got 3 last in, extends his lead, 13-9.
Yeah, well, it was back to 10-9 there. Ross Egan's been chipping away, and Chris Young's able to play a pretty handy end group. 3 of his 4 bowls right in the zone. Picks up a number. Chandler Surf. That is a pretty handy correction. Trail the jack.
She's been rock solid.
I like that on that hand, playing positive, sort of playing through the jack. Could be a little bit more forgiving if you miss underneath.
That's better from Carol.
Really, really good reply. Still 1 down.
Some good bowls being played on that other mixed pair semi-final semi. Skippers are changing.
Yeah, that jack's moved around a few times this end. Chandler Surf, positive here again.
Yeah, well played.
Doesn't want to slice the jack down the line. No, we'll just sit there in time. 4-2.
I'd be already running at this. I'm not sure it'll happen, but that's what... Oh. Just looks juicy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's yuck.
I guess the other thing, JT, the two closest bowls are still sort of lying either side of the jack, and that shot can still be played,
Absolutely.
even if it is one worse.
In a way, it's kind of better because Carol's back bowl's even further back, so if Nick does get the jack, it's probably advantageous, but it's... I guarantee Carol would want that one back. Frank's not far away here, Sammy. Probably, again,
Still there.
it's still definitely there. I've seen Nick doesn't mind a run too.
He usually goes pretty solid if he wants to.
Yeah,
Just
actually thought he might have went quicker.
pretty searching. Any contact?
Well, he's taken the other two
Gets
out.
2 out. Handy again from Frank Tarr. He's getting in behind, or is he sitting side it? Oh,
I'm still going it.
oh, absolutely.
Just steps off the mat, refocuses. He's definitely wider. Oh, he likes this one. Has he got the jack in the
Gone
pit?
firmer. Up to the jack.
Oh,
That is, yeah, one hand following the gap, and it's still going to be 2.
I'm adding another one, but trying to make sure it's not next to the others.
Yeah.
So that if he happens to be wide, gets those two, he's still got one. Alright, he switched at the forehand. He hesitated for half a second there, Sammy, but he's sticking to it. Probably using that shorter bowl of Carroll's as a bit of a guide. He's around it, he's going to draw one and kind of finish in a good home, but he's probably overplayed it just a
He falls
smidgen.
in. So Nick can really go both bowls or the jack here.
Exactly. He can actually make, if he gets both bowls, he could make 2. Gets the jack, he can
He
make
can
2.
make
I don't know. He's got to have to hit it at a
No,
right
the front
angle
one's
for.
a Jens's touch is still.
Oh yeah, but it depends where it goes though.
Yeah.
I'm actually well, me personally, I'm running at this forehand.
Yeah, so am I, but he's already gone backhand twice, so we'll see if that means he'll stay there a third time or will change. But I'm with you, JT. I think the angle's a little bit better on the forehand.
Well, if you play backhand and get to the white, you can actually screw off it without touching the jack.
Running away from the jack.
Yep.
Yep.
Whereas if you play forehand and get to the white, you're probably coming to the jack. Anyway, if he executes well, it won't matter.
Still going backhand.
Still firm, not big. Close, Sammy.
Close to this
Very
time,
close,
JT.
Sammy.
The jack in the ditch. And it stays in there, Nick Dawe. Comes up with another big bowl, not for the first time in this game, and makes 2 down.
Great
Turns
bowl.
it into 2 up.
We're back to all square again, Sammy.
Give yourself 2 paces.
11s after 10. Going to try something different with the jack length again.
Well, the way you just put the jack in the pit, maybe you just back yourself to do that.
Roll it, yeah.
Very well, mate. Well done, Carol.
That's the length Dory was after.
We probably have to
Carol
talk
rolls it well. We're going to be very
softer.
quiet. I'm so sorry if this comes across as a bit boring, but I can almost reach out and kick that ball as it's released out the hand.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see in that shot. I actually would have gone backhand as well, Matthew, but I didn't want JT to feel bad about his call, so I just backed him up.
That is a lie. I don't think it. He's going to all get net.
Opener from Jen. Change of length. Hasn't bothered her there.
Did you just see that? Another good bowl here from Jen, the serve. She's leading quite well.
You walked into that one, haven't you?
Actually, that's why I said it. Handy correction from Carol. It's going to finish in a good home, that one, Sammy. Still think the winning shot this end hasn't been played, Sammy. Still think there's enough room for something to change.
Something like this one, if it lands inside of that bowl, that's a little
Nick once more.
unfortunate not getting right down.
2 feet on his last. Need to be a fraction wider. He's got the high. Oh, I thought he had the high part, right? Good bowl, Frank.
Well, there you go. 3 down, Nick.
He's just got to find that higher line, Sam.
Or he sets himself. Is he wider?
No, he's not high enough, Sammy. Speed was all time. Frank even gets a tiny little bit of jack movement. He actually could make 5.
Doesn't really want to flick this in, Josh.
No, I don't don't think it
Lays
changes.
it down. His own bowl falls back down. Is that?
I think it's still 3.
Is that enough?
3.
Yeah, Neil's got the 3 paddles ready to go.
It's 2 ends in a row this way.
Funny old end.
2 ends in a row this way, Jen. And Frank have done quite well. 4 last time this way. And we reckon 3. Two. Maybe that flop then cut one out.
Yeah, that's what I thought might have happened. Anyway,
Still good. They scored the last 3 times in that direction, Sammy.
yeah, 4 and a 2, definitely helping.
And I was about to say something that I thought, no, that's not right.
Doesn't
actually.
quite check out.
Yeah, no.
So it is a 13-11 lead. With just 4 ends to go now. I have Chandler Cerf and Frank Tarr. But played pretty consistently the whole game. But the opening end where they gave up a 5. Nick Dawes cut them out of a few shots as well.
Well, it wasn't for his runner, they would have actually won the last 4 ends in a row.
Next one.
Maureen, the ladies' pairs aren't playing at the moment. They're up next.
Final kicking off around 11:30. I was going to say a little bit earlier possibly, but that singles game next door might be going the distance.
You got the timer running and that's still
I do have
Sam.
the time right there. Got about 40 minutes to run. Chris Young leads 15-11 over Ross Higgins. The other semi-final in the mixed pairs, Josh.
It's tightened right up. 10 all after 11.
That's for Don's Kitchen. We'll see them later on.
I'm going to have some special fried rice later
Oh,
on.
the special fried rice. Oh, get in my belly.
Do you remember the VPL last year?
Yes,
Swanee
everyone
from
knows.
Moama.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
And Swanee ordered $300 worth
Close,
of
double that.
You
Close
reckon
to
it was
$600 or $700. Yes.
Put it on the Moama bill.
Thanks, Kev.
Well, morning, Mick. Hope you're well. If you got any tips for any races today, give me a shout out. I think you had a good day in the punt yesterday.
Definitely, Chandler Surf's loose his hand for a long time here, JT.
Yeah, big chance for Carroll to nail this. And they really need to.
The bowl in relation to the jack last bowl.
Not bad line.
Lovely bowl.
Not bad
Yeah,
weight
that's
either.
better,
Carroll
Carroll.
Protopapas makes it count. Draws the shot with their last bowl.
Bowl is past the jack, is that what you're saying? Yes. One of the bowls in line with the back of the jack. Thank you. How much difference is my bowl to the shot bowl? 3 inches. Thank you.
think Mick Swan's just picked up 3 there at least.
At least, Josh. That's close to 4 or 5.
There's 4 out now. John Parker very unhappy with himself. He dropped short with his last bowl when he was down.
Handful. I have Net Tenning and Mickey Swan on end number 12. Wowee.
Another good waiter bowl by Frank. Just a fraction tight again. When he's drawn on the back end that side, he actually has played a few narrow ones. He hasn't quite nailed his grass on that side, back that way.
He sent it? Has he sent it, JT?
Not quite.
No. Still just a 1. Is Frank Tarr contemplating running this bowl out, Josh? They've got 3 seconds. No danger.
No danger. That is spot on. It's definitely arriving.
Don't know about that line.
Just high.
Misses. Gives Nick Dawe a chance to stay in a second and tie things up once again.
It's always that one where do you play weight where your ball hangs around or you go straight at it to make sure you try and get it out, you know? I think he would have been better off going more firmer at it. Who cares if the ball doesn't hang around? 3's good here at this stage of the match. Gives Nick and Carol a chance here. Nick can add and tie the game up again. What? What are you smiling at?
Nothing.
What did I say that was wrong or incorrect or funny?
No, you just couldn't have changed the homework a little bit inside, and he's done it. Nick Dawe, 13 apace. No, well, you've just said word for word what I've said 30 seconds earlier.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Oh,
When you open your mouth, I turn off.
Wow.
I turn off.
okay, well, thanks for that. 3 ends to play, 13 apiece.
I've done 12 ends straight with you. We shouldn't have to do that much. You get sick of each other after 5.
Yeah, I was sitting after about 2, but that's right.
Now we're in for
Pick a winner?
humdinger. I'll go Nick and Carol.
Oh, so, no, oh, what? No, that's what I'll go for Jen and Frank then.
I have a bias towards Nick and Carol. Carol's been our disability state coach, / manager for a fair few years now.
That's pretty good reason.
She's always looked after us, so
Probably pretty fair.
and she has to put up with Lucas, so I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, above all, yeah.
But as I've heard people say before, Sammy, doesn't matter who wins, Bowles is the winner.
Well, Carroll's got this jack all the way back on the tee. Forced Jen to miss her weight with her first bowl.
No one nailed it yet, Sammy, this end. Chris Young's picked up, what, 3 next door, Sammy?
Yeah, last one counts. Yeah, 3, so
not-
that'll get
it's not-
into 18.
Yeah.
18-12 by the looks of it.
They're looking at the 4th. It's probably the loosest leads in we've had in this match, Sammy. 3 it is for Chris Young next door, 18-12.
That's for a spot in the men's singles semi-final. The other semis to be played later this morning.
He's on the precipice of winning. Plenty of room for shotty still for either skipper. Nick's weight wasn't that far away, probably 2 feet, fraction higher, and he'll draw a close one. He's definitely the higher parts, right? How much weight has he added, though? Well, he's probably going a bit.
Well, the big change in length is fair to say it's thrown everyone off. This is where you don't want to drop a soft number with a big length change like this at this stage of the game. Here's Frank Tarr going.
He's going a bit still, Sammy. He's
But
going
he
to have
might
to
get
guts
the
it.
jack.
He has gutsed
Oh,
it.
he did get the jack. Brought Jen's
Made
other one
2.
into play as well. Yep. Oh, we have a replay.
Why are you so surprised?
Because it's just, is that the first time we've had one
no,
this
we've had
weekend?
replays over this weekend.
No, we haven't. just now.
We had a replay yesterday. I seen one yesterday.
Bang.
See?
Bang, Frank Tarr.
All right. Nick Dawes last bowl this end. Come down, used to. Big bowl. All right. I feel like the line's all good. It's now on the speed.
Have the
Jeez,
speed
he's
to
close.
hold on to the shot
He
ball.
is close.
Oh. Hand in the air. You're welcome. Gets a piece of the jack all the way into the ditch.
About short last ball. 18 inches.
Frank Tarr looks bewildered down there. Not sure why. I'm pretty sure Nick played that shot.
Well, hey, where's he get to
It
now?
wasn't like
So
he wicked off a thing 5 foot wide and come in and got it.
toucher in the ditch.
Yep.
Can they get Frank's bowl there?
It'll
be tough.
Yeah, it's tough angles.
Oh, man, there's a lot of space still between that bowl and the ditch as well, isn't there?
Where is there any markers? You know, no one's put them up.
Yeah. There's nothing on the bank, is there?
There is.
there?
They're on the pegs.
No, I know, but they haven't put anything out.
I know.
On the yeah.
Just under that blue front blue one, yeah.
He's going to look for the toucher.
Is the jack on the tee?
All right, here he goes. He's tacking the toucher. How's he looking? Doesn't
Love
like
it.
it. Another telling bowl from Nick Dawe. One to Carol and Nick.
They will absolutely take the one. Huge shot.
And run.
And run. They get the lead back, 14-13. We're up and back here in this mixed pair semi-final. The other semi, it's another two, the way of Net Tinning and Nicky Swan. 17-10. The lead there with just the two ends to go.
Very good roll again, well done. Deep breath. Good home. Take 4 feet, 2 seconds. Come on, mate. Good start here, Carol. Lovely ball, well done. Hard, yeah. Grab ball, mate.
Nearly put the cord out then, Sammy. Great starter from Carol.
Another deep breath. Meter, mate. Long way. Roll again. Good, Carol.
Mick Swan's grabbed another two in the 13th end. Sammy, he now leads by 7 shots with 2 to play.
Now 14 inches in front. Just a little touch around the corner.
And Net Tinning over there's got one right on it too, Sammy. So, unless something changes, that game they could be shaking hands after this end. Alright, how's Carol tracking? Weight's not bad. Got to run a little more. It is 3. Is the fact that we've done this whole match, we get the whole next match off? Is that how it works, Sammy? You watch, it won't happen like that.
No, I know it won't, but
I'll make it a stand.
yeah.
I'm going to get a coffee. And I'm sitting down.
Just
I'm not
just
moving.
run away.
I'll just go back to Swan Hill, mate. It's only 45 minutes at home for me.
Alright, so Jen goes through the last one and Carroll holding all three. And the crossover. Second last end.
Alright. Nick can get a real super close one and close it down early. It would put a lot of pressure on Frank.
Shot ball. 3 inches.
Yeah, good bowl from Nick. That's
He's
another
added-
counter.
He's added another.
Oh, Chris Young next door.
What a player. He pops the ball out the whole game. Ross Higgins one to come. That's an awesome shot.
That is ludicrous. Oh. Do you
Wow.
try and cover now, or do you try and get that real close one? What's the call? Because there is 3 behind that Frank could play towards.
Keep throwing them in, don't you?
You just don't want to drop a number. He's quicker. He's much quicker here.
He's
So I think
apologised.
he was definitely trying to cover. That's yeah, I think you're right here. I think Ross Higgins is down match at the moment, Sammy. With his last ball to come. All right, Frank Tarr. To me, he's quick. Not by much, though. Probably cut it back to 1. Good sportsmanship from Nick Dawe. And we have our first finalist, Sammy, Net Tinning and Mick Swan are through to the final, the 16 over mixed pairs. Has anyone indicated he's got shoddy?
I don't know, but based off Nick's reaction, that last ball might be close for the shot.
What are you playing? A yard away to try and sit the bowl?
Yes.
Ross Higgins true shot in that last bowl too. We sort of got distracted by Frankie Tarr's good bowl. Rightio. Nick Dawe. Definitely giving it a chance. Is he getting down? Don't think so. So, unless Frank adds another one here, we're going to be all square playing the last end.
What?
Because I'd like to have a drive.
Why would you like to have a drive? Holding one, pal. Add the other one in. Take the lead.
I get the fact that he's got the
They've
three
got a
three
lot
backers,
past
you know.
it, but they've got one in
You just can't play that shot.
2, 4, 5 in the head.
You get it wrong, and guess what? You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down.
Yes.
It's shake hands just about.
I'd like to drive.
Well, first part's right.
That's the line. This is not far away, Josh.
Not quite.
Just pulling up.
On the tentative side, which I don't disagree with. You're going to measure. Don't Don't keep walking around it, ladies. Just put a measure on it or declare it.
Quick measure is a really good measure. Yeah, Ross Higgins did draw a shot with the last bowl to save game, so that continues, Josh. It's 18-14. The way of Chris Young with just under 20 minutes left on the clock. Confirmed as a 1 and confirmed as
All square.
all 14s. Been even the entire match. No team has won 3 ends in a row. A 5 the way of Carol and Nick on the opening end, and then it's been back and forth since then. Multiple lead changes.
7 ends apiece. It's the epitome of a close one. What about Matt up and Jack on the tee and just bang it in straight up? It's not happening, obviously, by what's happening, but would you do it? Have you ever done it, Sam?
Never been close enough to be level going to the last end of a game like this, I don't think. And not good enough to do it anyway, so...
Youngie driving. He's peeled one out. You're going to have to force Ross to get another one in there, because if he doesn't...
Can either lead. Now one right on top of the jack.
Carroll's on the shorter side.
Maybe in the line of that forehand. Might mean Jen needs to change over here.
Has it got colder?
Oh, significantly. Oh, I'm freezing.
Jen the Cerf.
Still got a bit of pace on it, JT. What a player. You're kidding. Chris Young, 2 down, draws the shot. Goes to 19-14.
Winning shot hasn't been played yet.
Only takes one good one. Bit of pace.
It is the best one, but
Yep.
it's still too much room, surely. Well, the only positive out of that one, it's got the tee. So if he has to run at some
Yes.
stage, you just never know.
Pretty good point.
Well, it's down to the skip semi.
Yeah, they'll draw a few in here.
I reckon
They've been going
so.
too good the whole game, not too.
Ready go. Frank's on the back end. Gets to it first, it's going to make it extremely tough.
The only thing about this, JT, is Nick is probably the one who's picked it the best in this direction on his hand the whole
He has,
game.
yes. Yep. Although, this one doesn't look too bad. Just quietly.
Shot ball coming in, and it's the best by far. Does sit jack high though.
Yeah. Still that gap between. It's not like it's right next to the jack. Stop moving, Brad. Right. It's not far. It's not far.
Needs to get down to the jack.
It's not far.
Oh, there's the gap you mentioned, JT. Couldn't have found it any better.
Has got second shot now, so gives him a different option. Rightio. The last thing you want to do is close that hole. Has he corrected? He's not far. He's not far. He's not far. Oh. Wowee, Sammy. A yard out, I thought he had a little bit of it.
Yeah, he played it. I thought it looked a fraction tighter out the hand. He played a little bit more weight.
That, I didn't mind that because that gives him a chance to sit the ball too, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Now, he's probably got same option, draw, a little over, or he could go the bowl. Chris Young now leads 20-14. All right, Sam, what are you doing if you're Frank and Jen?
Yeah, you're right. That gap's okay the way it is, isn't it?
But do you want another one in there to make him draw? Or do you stay away and go, right, if you're good enough, you can get it?
I think he's still got to find a way to leave the gap and get another one in there.
Okay.
You got to get a second shot.
I mean, ideally, front hopper's pretty good.
Yeah, that works. Not bad.
No. I think
He's sitting right next to it though.
that might
That'll make
force
Nico's
the
mind
hand.
up.
I think he goes firmer. Because I reckon
Both
if he
bowls
gets
on the jack,
if
they
he
got that
gets
respot still
if he
as
gets
well.
inside edge of the bowl now, it gets the jack.
They got that respot.
Yeah, they got the respot.
Same time.
You reckon
if he
same
plays
bowl?
the same bowl.
Same bowl, but the same bowl goes through the hole still. I'm firmer. Well, actually, Carol was looking to see what was third shot. I just naturally assumed Nick's first bowl was third shot.
Well, there's every chance that Jen's one out to the left might be making it close.
Rightio, here we go. Nick Dawe for the match.
Same sort of shot. It's over that white line again.
It's close.
It's
close.
sitting the bowl this time.
Close for the bowl.
It's inside of the
Close
bowl.
for the bowl.
Oh, big fist bump from Nicky
What a
Dawe.
bowl.
He's happy with that.
What a
Last
clutch
bowl
bowl.
winner. Nick Dawe sits it out to take the game 15-14. And it puts him and Carol Protopapas into the over 60s mixed pairs final for 2024 up here at Club Barham. They'll play Jeanette Tinning and Nikki Swan in the final later on this afternoon. We'll be back on about 11:30 for the women's pairs final. Back here at Club Barham. We'll see you very shortly.